Hello everyone, day 36 I suppose. Well, this is an incredible story I'm going to say to you, and you won't believe it, but I was going to India in 1969 to get married, and I got the cheapest airlines through some people here and there, Birmingham. And what happened? It was a beautiful flight from Heathrow, because there was no Manchester flight those days. So all from Heathrow. I had to take I think I took a bus or something or train to Heathrow, and from Heathrow I took the flight. It was a Swiss Airlines, and landed in Sweden or somewhere. From there, I thought, oh, that's great for this. So little money, I could get a nice flight. But that's not going to happen, is it? From there, we change into another airline. I'm telling you, the seats were like you're sitting on the floor, because they were carrying wartime people, army people in that plane for parachute jumping and all. Anyway, it was a Dakota engine plane. It was known as Basco Airlines. It belonged to the Brothers Airlines. Anyway, got into that. There were about 100 passengers going to India, Bombay. Those days, Bombay. Now it's Mumbai. Anyway, it took off from Sweden and flew 4 hours to Aden. From Aden, we changed another plane, just the same, same type of plane. You're sitting on the floor, actually. Never seen anything like it. The engine was roaring. It's just like you have to stand someplace, like a bus. You get hold on dear life. I don't know if it had a seat belt either. But there were about 3 people in one row. That's it. And we traveled from Aden. We took another flight, and we flew about 4 hours. And we could see the lights in Bombay, you know, all the lights and all. And we heard a bang, bang. The announcement came. The pilot said, sorry to everyone, we don't have the facility to land in Bombay because one of our engines cut off. Oh my God. Am I going to be a widow before I get married? I mean, will my wife be a widow before I get married? Anyway, we have to fly back to Aden, it says. 4 hours back to Aden. 8 hours gone. And 4 hours from Heathrow to Sweden. Another, from Sweden to Aden. 8 hours gone there. I've lost time after that. Then I sat down in Aden and I was... before reaching Aden, coming back from Bombay after seeing this thing, before reaching Aden, the second engine stopped. There was only twin engines. The second engine stopped. Didn't have enough fuel. What do you expect? 8 hours flight on that small plane? There was no fuel, so all the fuels ran out and the engine stopped. And they announced on the thing, be ready for a crash landing. So everyone down like that, on the floor. We are on the floor anyway. And then it barely landed. But before it could stop, I went and kicked open the door and jumped out. I got hurt here and there, but I jumped out. I didn't want to risk going and hitting something, and some other men followed me and they jumped out as well. But we jumped out in the grass. Nothing much happened. I got hurt a little bit. And then I walked to the terminal, a small terminal, sat down there with my head down, and I was really choked up there. And one of the air hostess came and said, what's the matter? And I told her, I'm going to get married. And my wife will be a widow. My fiancée is going to be a widow before I even see her. I had never seen her. It was only pen pal and photograph, of course. She was a very pretty girl. Anyway, she is a pretty girl. I'm sorry. She is a pretty girl. And pretty woman now. And in Aden, they were saying that, oh, we'll repair the plane and we'll get you off again. And we said, no, we won't go in the same plane. So they brought up another plane, same thing. You had to sit on the floor. So we flew from there. After another 12 hours or something, we missed there, no sleep or anything. The food they gave us was rotten food. Anyway, quench our thirst with some Fanta. Remember Fanta, the old Fanta? That was all given to us. They were apologetic and all that. Aviation history. It landed on belly landing. All our suitcase was flat. Anyway, it didn't burn up because there was no fuel. The passengers all came down safely. We went into another plane. They must have paid the same thing, £100 or so, £50 or £100. And then we landed in Bombay. Everyone who came to meet me had gone home because they couldn't see me. But one cousin of mine remained back. And he was there. He said, what happened? I said, well, the plane nearly caught fire, came till here, and then it went back. Because of no engine was working. So I said, okay, let's go to Chembur. From Bombay airport, I don't know what airport it was, we went to Chembur. I slept the night there. Next day, took another flight, which was perfect, Indian Airways or something, from Bombay to Mangalore. Those days, no other flights. No Nirumasheri or no Ernakulam flights. Straight to Mangalore. Mangalore is right on top of a hill. And you can see a plane already crashed down there. God knows what's going to happen to me. So it landed in Mangalore. And from Mangalore, I took a taxi right up. I think I took a taxi. I went by train right up to Kannur. Not enough money with me. All the money I had gone. So I landed up in Pallikund. My mother and father had already arrived. The car was there. and cousins and my youngest brother, they were all there fixing the car, the number plates and all thing, getting ready for me to go to Thrissur to go and see my fiancé. Next story tomorrow, and hope you'll subscribe for me. My subscription is not going up, it's staying at 60 subscribers. I think some people are not even watching listening to my stories. I hope all of them come back on, because I had about 106 viewers in 140 viewers at one go. Now it's hardly 5 or 6 people. Good night, everyone. For me, it's night. Namaskar, or Koheri in English, in Swahili. And take care. Be safe. Stay away from COVID. Don't forget to subscribe. That's the main thing. And thank you for listening to my sad story. But tomorrow it'll be more juicier. Bye.